Honestly, one of the reasons I started making this kind of content is because I realized fashion was never really just about clothes for me. It was always about feeling something. And I don't think I fully understood that at first. I just knew that certain visuals stayed with me longer than others. Something like a runway clip, an old photograph, a person walking confidently down the street, a jacket layered a certain way, even a grainy fashion campaign from years ago. Somehow, those things carried emotion, and I became obsessed with understanding why. Because if you think about it, fashion is strange. It's only one of the art forms people participate in every single day without even realizing it. Every morning, people choose how they want to present themselves to the world. Some people dress for confidence, some dress for comfort, some even dress to disappear, and others dress to be noticed. And even people who say they don't care about fashion, they are still making choices on what to wear. That's what fascinates me. The psychology behind style, the emotion behind aesthetics, the way clothing can completely shift your mood before you even leave the house. Those days where you put something on and suddenly you feel sharper, you feel more creative, you think you're more attractive, and you are more confident. And then other days you wear something that just doesn't feel like you at all. I think everybody understands that feeling, even if they've never said it out loud. And I think fashion often gets reduced to trends, brands, or surface level appearance. But honestly, I think it says much more about us than we realize. Fashion reflects identity, it reflects ambition, your taste, insecurity, confidence, rebellion, and actually creativity. Sometimes it even reflects the emotional state of an entire generation. When you look back at different eras of fashion, you're not just looking at clothes, you are looking at what people valued, what people feared, what people wanted to become. And that's why I've become so interested in the storytelling side of fashion. Not just the clothing itself, but the atmosphere around it, the music, the lighting, the pacing, the silhouettes, the colors, even the emotion a designer is trying to create, especially with runway shows. Because the best runway shows don't just present clothing, they make you feel something. Sometimes excitement, sometimes discomfort, sometimes nostalgia, sometimes even inspiration. And I do love that. I love the idea that visuals alone can communicate emotion so powerfully. That's also why I'm interested in aesthetics beyond traditional fashion. Internet aesthetics, street style, creative direction, photography, film, architecture, music videos, even the way certain cities feel visually. All of it connects, and I think social media has changed the way we experience fashion too. Nowadays, inspiration comes from everywhere, not just magazines or luxury campaigns. A random person online can influence the entire aesthetic direction of thousands of people overnight. And honestly, I find that really interesting because fashion feels more personal now, more experimental. People mix references constantly: vintage with modern, minimalism with chaos, luxury with streetwear, softness with structure, and there are no real rules anymore. And I think that freedom is what makes fashion exciting right now. At the same time, I think we are also becoming more aware of how deeply visuals affect us emotionally, why certain aesthetics feel comforting, why some spaces feel inspiring, and why presentation matters so much in the digital age. We live in a world where imagery moves incredibly fast, but even then, some visuals still manage to stop us in our tracks. And those are the moments I keep thinking about. That's really what this content is about for me. Exploring why certain things resonate with us, why beauty matters, why aesthetics matter, why style matters. Not just in a shallow way, but in a human way. Because I think people want to feel connected to something, they want to feel understood, inspired, seen, expressive. And fashion has always been one of the ways people try to do that. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure all of this in real time too. This is not me pretending to have every answer. It's more like an ongoing conversation because I'm just exploring ideas, paying attention to details, trying to understand why certain visuals stay in our minds for years while others disappear instantly. And I think that curiosity is what keeps creativity alive. So if you are into thoughtful fashion content, cinematic visuals, creative storytelling, and conversations that go a little deeper than what's trending at the moment, you'll probably feel at home here. And hopefully, through these videos, you will start noticing fashion differently too, not just as clothing, but as emotion, as storytelling, as identity, as culture, as an art. And maybe even as a reflection of who we are becoming. So if any part of this resonates with you, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because this is only the beginning, and trust you me, we are going much deeper than fashion.